Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Epic's channel. We're here at your local leather vest convention, aka the motorcycle show.
Where we are pilgrims in an unholy land, electric bikes in a gas world. We are here to find out how to bridge the gap, what we need to become a part of the brotherhood. Maybe I wasn't manly enough. Maybe I needed a tattoo, or a knife, or a real dirt bike, a hog, a bagger, a chopper, a sidecar. Or maybe I wasn't patriotic enough, or I didn't have whatever this thing was. I have a feeling it has something to do with all these vests I'm seeing. So we will walk these convention halls till we find out how to fit in to the motorcycle world.
We're here at the Epic Cycles booth with Paul. Paul, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Paul's lying. Paul has a lot of internal pain from being at a trade show all day. So do I. But we're going to power through because we believe in electric dirt bikes and the power they bring.
White flag getting ready.
These are the biggest
This
bikes
lap.
they can
There we
afford.
go, white flag's out, last lap. Cassis is back in third. Can he get to the front?
How you liking the show today, big guy? What's up? We're here at the Arena Cross event, watching a bunch of tykes rip each other apart. It's going to be fun. I want to know how to get this job. What is this guy? Listening to Linkin Park, building ramps. It's pretty sick. He's about 3 cookies deep, just fucking massaging this course to make it as badass as possible. I love it. That's a modern day hero. That guy right there. We're here with Shay from Electric MX, and he's going to kick us down with what's going on in his booth today. A lot of e-box stuff, Why am I talking? You want to walk us through what's up?
Yeah, bro, let's go. So we're here at the Toronto International Center. Epic's booth is in the main area. I'm in the dirt bike area. They typecast me Electric MX. I'm the dirt bike guy. We got the e-box dragsters. This is my best seller. We're Canadian distributor for these bikes. Then over here, we got the 2.0s, the same motor, same battery, same controller. You just have some suspension if you want to hit some dirt jumps. Then we have also the Nikka E-Wolves, which are not the most popular bike, but they jam, dude. They're the RTR competitor. We went and said, we got some extra money. Let's throw it into this bike right here. So me and my homie here, Mitch, Black Labs Cannabis, we went crazy, put the 45 amp hour DHS battery on there, the full custom Socian kit. We're working with them to get our custom EMX kit so that everything will be dialed how we want it. And then we also have a little bit of gas. Everybody says like, electric people are just electric, gas people are just gas, but everything's love here. So this is the Nibby 300 4-stroke. We'll be selling these here in Canada as well.
Gas? Do you mean like a lawnmower? Did we have to do the same thing to fit in too? I was feeling a little lost, so I went back to home base to try to get my bearings, hoping a glimpse of the familiar would help me right myself.
All right, what are we doing here?
We are at the Motorcycle Super Show in Toronto, and we're showcasing our amazing e-motos.
What?
Unique, one-of-a-kind e-motos here, not non-gas.
After listening to the tired ramblings of a madman, I sunk into a trance. My tired eyes gazed upon the patrons and employees of the booth, and I realized the absolute lack of leather sleeveless attire. Maybe this was the reason I felt so out of place. But these vests seem scary. So I'll start investigating with something a little chiller. The bulletproof vest.
We're here with the finest, Toronto's finest, Bryce. That's right. Not only is he well padded, he's fast. How many cc's in this guy?
This is a 1250.
Wow. Okay, cool. So a lot of power. This is going to be patrolling the normal streets.
This will be in the near future. It'll be every officer, and it doesn't just be on the highway. It'll be on city streets, anywhere where the Toronto Police patrol.
What do you guys think about like the electric vehicles that have been in the city so far?
Electric bikes as a whole are great. I mean, there's a lot of reduction of pollution. I would like to have, personally, I would like to have a little more information. These people, riders, attend like a training session, things you can and cannot do.
What do you guys think about the guys out there doing stunts on motorcycles? How do you feel about that?
You know what? I'm going to voice out, I'm sure, what every other citizen says. It might be cool for a closed track.
Sure.
They should go there. At the end of the day, what, to look cool?
Didn't say anything about not doing it at the trade show. Okay, time for a knife.
If you got a motorcycle, you gotta have a knife. We're here with a 13-year-old child who is, for some reason, legally allowed to sell knives.
I am.
We love that. What a society we live in. So, tell me about all these knives. What's the biggest knife you got?
The biggest knife we got is up there.
The one that says badass Bowies?
Yes.
What is a Bowie?
I don't even know, to be honest. I think it's just a big knife.
What about David Bowie? You know David Bowie?
Of course I do.
Okay, sick. The kid's got class. What kind of bike you got?
I got a Coleman CT something, or a CT 100 something.
Tell me more about your mini bike. You like it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's fast. I pulled the thing back so it had no limiter on the throttle, so it just goes
How fast?
maybe like 35, 50.
Sick. What's the most badass thing you've done on the mini bike?
I don't know, probably someplace.
Hell yeah. What bike you looking at from Epic?
I was looking at the Strike. Yeah, Strike's Storm.
Strike Shadow.
Shadow, that's what I meant.
Sick. What's the first thing you're gonna do on it if you get it?
Show my town the big fucking wheelie they've ever seen.
Can we get a look at this vest? What's on the vest? Tell me about the vest.
So this is the Guardians of the Children. It's a nonprofit organization that helps with child abuse.
How long you been helping with them?
About a year actually. This year, 6 days ago.
Congratulations. Where are they out of?
They're out of Toronto.
And how can people support them?
By going to their website at goc.com.
Amazing. Can we see that big knife?
Sure.
I can't believe I had it all wrong. I was so fooled by the hard exterior of these people, but I should have never judged the book by its leather cover. These vests represent unity and inclusion, not arrogance and exclusiveness. I needed to know more, so we invested in the vested and talked to another individual.
We're here with Jason from Northern Mentors, and he's going to kick us down with what they have to offer.
Well, we're from Muskoka area, and we help kids with bullying, child abuse. We mentor kids. We help families that are in need, right? And we're down here at the International Motor Sports Show, making sure that kids know and families know that we are here to help. Up in our area, we have a lot of kids that just need someone to talk to, and we're always there to do it.
I noticed this is like an ongoing theme here. There's a lot of different organizations that help with child abuse at this venue. Why is that? Why do you think that's such a theme in the motorcycle community?
The reason why is because a lot of kids look at motorcycles and people that are riding them. Some people think it's a power and protective thing, right? That's why in the back of our patch we have a phoenix to let kids know you can rise from anything. With us, we're friends with the Templars and GOC, Guards of the Children, and we're just a proud community of trying to help all kids at the same time.
Amazing. And how long have you been with the group?
I am the president of Northern Mentors, and actually my club started a year ago, 20 members strong, and the community up there know all about us, and we've been helping so long. This year we helped 6 families for Christmas, and we helped low-income housing for a Christmas dinner.
Can we see the vest? Can we see the back of the vest?
The back of the vest is about a phoenix that's watching over the kid. The kid's got his teddy bear down on his side, showing that he's lost. But the phoenix is bringing him back up to show that he's strong and he can do it himself. But we're there to make sure that he can do it himself and know that he's powerful enough to do it.
I finally got it. The vest was about support, warmth, love. I finally felt a part of.
Can you tell us a bit about your club, what they are, how long they've been around, and what they do?
Actually, Sikh Motorcycle Club found in BC.
I felt like these people would accept me no matter what I did.
Tell me more about the planks. What's going on with the planks? We got to talk about the planks.
This is the planks. Every year we promote health, and longest you hold, then $250 cash.
I was finally in harmony with the bikers, laying it all out there.
All right. Should we do the plank? I think we should do the plank.
Sure. Come.
Okay. I am in a lot of pain right now. What's your name and why are you here?
I'm Chris. I can feel any pain, no problem.
You can feel.
Stay 6 minutes.
You can say 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually 8 minutes.
8 minutes. I can stay 8 minutes.
Okay. I'm here with Chris. We're gonna do an interview for 8 minutes and a plank. Chris, where are you from?
Holland.
Chris, what kind of bike are you riding?
The best.
Oh, tell me more, Christopher.
Goldwyn.
He's a Goldwyn guy. All right. So, how long have you been riding bikes for?
All my life.
And what kind of vest you got on?
Motor camp, because we love camping.
Amazing.
It's not just a group. It's camping. Everybody can join.
Now, can we talk about the vest? How powerful do you feel in the vest?
This is the most powerful vest because everybody can join and camping.
Can I join?
Huh?
Can I join?
Yes, everybody can join.
Amazing.
We love Canada because you can enjoy those freedom, right? With the, how you call this? Lakes and, fishing and everything, right? Camping. The best place for camping.
For sure, dude. I love Canada, man. It's pretty sick. So you're on the Goldwyn. How long have you been driving the Goldwyn?
Oh, driving 7 years.
Oh, dude, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But when you come back to Honda, you never go back.
You gotta go. All right, see you later, Chris. Trikes. We're here with the hardest working unit in the facility, the Ashtray.
As I commiserate with my newfound brothers, I was full of love on the inside, but lacking the hard leather exterior. So we went to find a vest, hoping that we'd finally fit in here at the motorcycle show. But no matter what vest I tried on, it felt like the hug of a stranger. Like I was walking in someone else's shoes. It wasn't the right fit.
Here with Barry, and what did Barry do? Barry, what did you do?
Impulse, baby. YOLO. Just bought myself a motorcycle. My first gas bike. I'm an electric guy, but I figured I'm gonna try this gas thing out a little bit. So I've always had my eye on this cool Indian motorcycle vibe. I got a nice stealth black Indian Chief Sport. Let's go check her out. I just literally woke up today, didn't think anything of it, and I got myself a bike.
As Barry sat on his new hog, I felt it. The thing I've been yearning for this whole time. Acceptance as a biker. Being a part of the rebel culture that screams from his exhaust pipe. I don't give a darn. I'm loud, proud, and unapologetically a biker. As the show comes to an end, I'm left feeling like I still don't really fit in. Till I remember I showed up with my own vest. I got it off Amazon for like $100. That's not the point. The point is that it's electric. And so are the bikes we ride. So we don't really care to fit in. And that is more freedom than any hog I'll ever own.
Shout me out, Instagram, 6sid28.